soaring rental prices are a hot topic in many cities, and politicians are under increasing pressure to take actions. As a result, many places worldwide have or are toying with the idea of setting limits on the rent that property owners can charge. Proponents argue this makes for a fairer housing market and ensures that low and middle-income households are not squeezed out. While this may seem a sensible way to address the problem, rent control actually has negative long-term consequences.
As everybody is aware of, economists rarely agree on anything. But amongst the things economists actually agree on is the long-run negative effects of rent controls.
Swedish economist Assar Lindbeck once wrote that next to bombing, rent control seems in many cases to be the most efficient technique so far known for destroying cities.
Rent controls benefit current tenants because they artificially lower rents. But once they are in these apartments, they are quite reluctant to move, and therefore it comes to a misallocation of apartments with empty nest households living in family-sized apartments, while families try to cram into 1 or 2 room apartments because they're unable to find larger homes.
Rent controls can encourage owners to sell to the owner-occupier market to gain market rates, which reduces the number of rental properties. Alternatively, owners keep the property, but to make a profit may not invest in maintenance. This leads to deterioration of the property and detracts from the comfort of tenants, unless they themselves pay the upkeep. A historical example of the negative effects was the deplorable state of much of the housing stock in East Germany, which was revealed to the world after the Berlin Wall fell.
That's one of the results of 40 years of state-controlled rents. If similar policies were to be adopted again, there is nothing to suggest that this time its impact would be different or less dramatic.
Rent controls also mean there is no incentive to build anything other than new residences geared to the wealthy, who can pay rents above controlled limits, or who buy apartments outright as condos or co-ops. This is certainly the well-documented case in New York.
Despite rent controls being clearly bad economics, they are incredibly popular with one sector, today's sitting tenants, because they get, in exchange for their voting power, a benefit with the negative consequences only being visible 10-20 years from now, when deciding politicians will not be in the office anymore.
PATRIZIA is well aware of the political dimensions of rent control on the residential market and monitors such developments on behalf of our clients. Other investors in the residential market are recommended to do the same.